Positive Anime Reviews is a review show that is designed for people who aren't very picky about their anime, like me. Most anime I watch ends up in my 5 out of 5 category. My reviews are for those people who are looking for a reason to watch anime rather than hate on it. I am willing to give any and all anime a chance before stating my opinion. Lastly, my reviews are all my opinion and might and or most likely will not match yours. If you don't agree, that's totally fine. Just be respectful in the comment section. Thank you. And as always, possible spoiler warning ahead. Hey guys, Darth Clerk here, back with another positive anime review. So today we will be talking about Mahou Shoujo Site, or Magical Girl Site. I am sorry if I destroyed that name, but you know, I barely speak English, so I certainly don't speak Japanese. Anyway, so, getting into this anime, so the first thing you should know is that this anime is intense. This anime is intense, it is dark, it is... Did I mention it was intense? It's really stinking intense, okay? So, as usual, we will be starting with the synopsis because it is a great way to summarize any anime without having to listen to me, you know, struggle my way to tell you what it's about. Anyway, so here's the synopsis. Aya Asagiri is a middle school girl who has problems both at school with bullying and at home from physical abuse by her brother. While browsing online, a website pops up on her computer featuring a creepy-looking person. This person appears to take pity on her and announces that she has granted Asagiri magical powers. Okay, so basically, now that's literally it for the synopsis. That's all it says. Now, so that is true. So it is about this girl, but from episode 1, it's really startling, and I can't say that enough as far as emphasis goes. From episode 1, it's really intense, right? There is her older brother is abusive. She faces bullies at school that are like one step below straight up murder, and like barely one step below straight up murder, and her brothers know better. So there's a lot that's just really intense about this anime. So, sorry, I am having trouble breathing. Anyway, so this anime was airing in April and June of this year, which again, it's another 2018 anime. So that's really surprising for me because that's not normally my thing. I'm definitely breaking records with how many recent anime I've been watching recently. But yeah, this was spring 2018, so it is pretty recent. Now, as far as genre goes, it'll be drama, horror, psychological, supernatural, and as far as cleanliness goes, it's just really be careful when you're going into this because a lot of people, they found it very startling. It is definitely very, very edgy. There's lots of violence, there's lots of death and gore, and it's just really intense. So if you are walking into this expecting something lighthearted, then please, for the love of all that is holy, don't watch it. If that's not your thing, don't watch it. Now, I'm not saying I don't recommend it because I do. But anyway, but if violence and such things do not bother you, then I 100% recommend sticking around. So the story is really good. Now, obviously, that's where it starts, but really quickly, it turns into something greatly, greatly different. Now, there is lots of other characters that come into the anime, and you do really get to know a lot of these people, but and the cast is really, really good. That you really feel really sorry for Aya, one of the main characters. You really feel sorry for her because it's just so basically. Okay, let's back up for a minute. So the characters in this anime, they get powers if their lives are unfortunate enough, right? So every main character and even the supporting characters, they all have a story that's really, really hard. You know, they all have a story that's really, really tough, and so because of that, they're all given powers. So especially with the main characters, as you find out about those characters, you really feel sorry for them. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. There's lots of really tough stuff in it. Now, Asagiri is no different, but there is the other ones. There is Yatsumura, who is another one of the main characters. Her story is really sad, and she's also one of the main characters. Now, there is Anazawa. She's another main character. Again, another really sad story. There is Rina Shioi, I think is how her last name is, and she's really intense. There is Shizukume, which is a surprising character in the whole story, and then there's a plethora of side characters. Now, the characters are really well made. You know, that honestly, that from the first episode, it fired off so aggressively, and suddenly there's just death and gore and sadness everywhere, and you really feel really sad for him. You know, you're like, oh my gosh, this poor girl. Like, it's so bad. And her brother is a monster. Her brother is an absolute monster, and yeah, her brother's an absolute monster, and her parents are 100% oblivious, and she has no friends, and at school, her life is in danger from this group of bullies, and it's really bad. Now, luckily, she finds solace in meeting Yatsumura, who is another one of the main characters, and personally my favorite character in the anime. But so Asagiri and Yatsumura have a special kinship that they're really together, and that will come. Their relationship comes heavily. It's heavily important at the end. It's only the ending is just it's all about them. And anyway, and it is just really good. So. So it's really good. So we've already touched on most of the main characters. There is a plethora of side characters, and there's a lot of plot that you're like, that it's like they would slowly drop pieces of a story, and it really makes you want to, like, you're like sticking around as little pieces of plot are dropped in. You, just like the characters in the anime, are trying to figure out what's happening, and it does keep you entertained. Now, the animation and music was really good. Now, the beginning and the ending songs were both really catchy. If I remember right, there actually at one point there was a live action ending, like outro song was like live action at one point. So that was surprising, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just a little surprising at first. If this is the anime I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it is, because I've been watching a few in rapid succession, so I'm worried that I was thinking of another one, but I think this is the same anime. So, but it's not bad. Now, the animation is really well put together, but that only sort of adds to its like intense gore, because obviously it's well animated. It's well animated and intense, and it's really, really, well, it's very intense. So ultimately, it was very good. Ultimately, I 100% enjoyed it, and I recommend that you guys stick around and watch it. Now, the ending is actually sort of a topic of discussion, right? So, the anime is self-contained. There is a manga, but it's one of those situations where the anime outpaced the manga, and so they had to, from what I understand, they had to make their own unique ending, from what I understand. So, I have not read the manga, so I can't tell you how it ends there, but the anime ends... The ending felt a little rushed. Now, it's not bad, and I'm not going to say that it's like, it was crap. Now, a lot of reviewers that you're going to watch are going to tell you that the ending is garbage. At first, it was jarring. I will not tell you that it wasn't surprising. But the ending, it was like building up to this thing, and then there's this resolution that happens in rapid succession, and then suddenly it's resolved, and it's over. Now, it's very surprising, because you're like, wait, what? So, it takes you a minute for your brain to catch up with what the heck you just witnessed. But ultimately, it was a good ending. I mean, ultimately, it was a happily ever after, which was very surprising, considering no one expected that coming. Now, another one of the topics that that was my phone, I forgot to mute it. Anyway, another topic of sort of controversy, other than the fact that it's a really intense anime, is the fact that the brother, the villain brother, his ending is aggressive. The ending that he gets, I think he got what was coming to him. Something really horrible happens to him, and again, I'm not going to like literally spell out the ending for you, because I want you to stick around and watch it for yourself. But the brother got what was coming to him. He was a monster. He deserved it. He horribly abused his sister, and he deserved what happened to him. But I watched some other reviewers, and a lot of people were like, he didn't deserve it. I don't see why he deserved it. And I'm just like blown away. I'm like, the heck he didn't. So that's another point, I guess, where my viewpoint changes over other people's, because I didn't feel bad for him at all. Because I was like, he deserved that. So his ending was aggressive. Now, of course, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, I was getting some serious Yuri vibes from Asagiri and Yatsumura, especially at the end. I was getting some serious Yuri vibes. Now, maybe other people aren't, but it made my little Yuri heart go aflutter, and I loved it. So it was good.
It was good, and it was well put together. Now, of course, it is possible that there is going to be a second season. It has not been officially confirmed whether or not, up until at the time of this video, it hasn't been officially confirmed that there is officially going to be one, but the creators are hinting that they're like, big news, we're coming, we're really excited, and a lot of people are sort of guessing that it's going to be a second season. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least if they got one, because this anime was edgy and sort of controversial enough that it garnered enough attention that you know, even bad publicity. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but even, you know, publicity is good, right? So their name is out there because people remember it because it was startling, it was aggressive, it was controversial, or whatever. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least if there was a second season coming out, and I personally hope there is. Not to say that it's not self-contained, because the ending, technically, it is put together well enough that for me, even if no second season ever happened, I'm not going to be pissed off. I'm not going to feel like I got gypped. I'm not going to feel like they owed us something, or they didn't wrap up plot points or whatever. Other people and other reviewers I have seen recently have said that there's all these plot holes and all this stuff, but I disagree that maybe there is some stuff that they didn't spell out, but at the same time, nothing like that, you know, the story doesn't make sense now. They didn't leave out anything that's going to break it if they don't resolve. The important things got resolved. The you know, Yatsumura and Asagiri got their happily ever after, and there is some serious Yuri vibes going on there, which of course I love to death. So the important stuff did get resolved. Now they did set it up for another season. I would be 100% okay with that. And I'm pretty sure it's a matter of the manga catching up. Once the manga does, it wouldn't surprise me in the least that there was a second season. But even if it didn't, it was still happy enough that, you know, that I don't feel gypped about that. So going into recommendation and final rating, my recommendation is watch it. Absolutely watch it. If like violence and gore and a really heavy story does not bother you, and you know, and if that type of thing doesn't bother you, then I 100% recommend sticking around. Now, that type of thing does not bother me, but if like psychological, you know, horror, drama stuff doesn't bother you, stick around. You will enjoy this anime, probably. I did, very much so. But if you are not into gory, or if horror or psychological or intense or violence or whatever is not your thing, I would recommend looking elsewhere, because this anime is not for the faint of hearted, in my humble opinion. And anyway, as far as final rating goes, I'm giving this anime a 5 out of 5. Very good. This anime made no mistakes worth noting, and is definitely worth a buy. Absolutely, I stick behind that. There's a lot of people that were saying it's garbage, and then there's other people that I've seen that they're like, it's so controversial, I just don't even know how I think about it. My advice is see it, and do not believe hype. Don't be a bandwagon person. I am not a bandwagon person that just because everyone around you says it's garbage, and you find out that 9 out of 10 of those people haven't even seen something, don't join in. Please develop your own opinion about an anime, a game, whatever. And this is one anime I 100% recommend getting your own opinion. Don't look at too many reviewers and have them tell you that it's garbage, because it's not. It was really good. It was well put together. It was really good. And if we're really lucky, there'll be another season, but there doesn't have to be. And I really enjoyed it, and I 100% will be purchasing it whenever I have money. And I cannot recommend it enough. So anyway, I hope you guys found this review helpful and informative. As far as uploads today is concerned, I'm hoping to get at least one gameplay part out. I will probably be putting out maybe, I don't know if I should put out Old Republic or Black Ops first, but probably Old Republic first, and then we'll be doing Black Ops after that. Now, uploads tomorrow, speaking of this. So, the servers for Old Republic are going offline in my area in the afternoon tomorrow. So my normal recording time, basically. So what we're going to do is I will just record Black Ops first, and then we'll get that video out, and then I'll just maybe get that editing or something while we're waiting for Old Republic servers to come back online. So there might be some weirdness with the upload schedule tomorrow, but we'll just have to play it by ear. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found this informative and helpful, and I hope you actually watch this anime. It was really good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.
Are y'all ready for a god-dang video? It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. I don't know which direction that is, dude. I'm not freaking Sacagawea. Hey, you get off me. We'll talk about this like adults.
Huh, he bought it. What an idiot. Who'd have thought he's Irish? How exciting is that? suck their life out, suck their little juices out. I don't know why that's the sound, but whatever.
Finish out here. Introduce
What the what? Thank you all so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.